Brooklyn, their inconsistency has kept them from climbing into the playoff picture. They're still not completely out of it, but with roughly a month to go, it's put up or shut up.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the center position. And for Brooklyn, they got Powell. He's out there with Traoré. And it's Wolf in at the small forward. So the Hornets win the tip. Here in the final days of the NBA regular season, Greg, every team trying to wrap things up on a high note.
Yeah, and even the top teams doing what they can to head into the postseason with some momentum, right? While a lot of teams want to finish strong and have something to build off of.
Now Powell, following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. Now Claxton, shot clock at 6, and that one good.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Miller outside. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Knipple, no good. And so it's Powell who brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Now, here's Ball. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. That's good from Bridges on the assist by Ball.
Well, he's very dependable from that area, so Bridges, to me, should look to keep attacking when he gets the ball in this space.
Here's Wolf. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Ball with it. Miller outside.
Hey, who's watching him?
Pass to Knipple. Miller outside. Ball with a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And it falls over the rim and in.
He will not think twice about letting it fly if Ball gets a look that he likes.
Stolen away. Miller with a wide open look. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
Pass to Clowney. Launches it. And again, it's the Nets missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. There's Ball with the 3. Cans it from downtown. Ball's got 5 now.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nets trail by 7. And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the second overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Traoré. Powell with a screen on Ball. In the corner, Powell with it. And the 3 ball is good.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now, here's Ball. 5 points in the game. Pass to Knipple. Just 5 to shoot. They set the pick. Lets it go. Rebound, Brooklyn. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Yeah, did a really good job of drawing foul after foul. Very physical and rugged in how they perform. And it paid off.
Nets trail by 4. Here's Wolf. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Hornets.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of two super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Jordy Fernandez and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Coach told me, quote, "Our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball." He continued, "Not only is Ball a three-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there." Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Here's Diabate. The three-pointer, no good. Nets trail by 3. Here's Clowney. No scoring in this one. Here's Traoré. Pass to Wolf. Foul for 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Charlotte leading by 3. Here's Knipple. Misses the 3. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Out to Powell. Nets passing it around. Here's Traoré. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Claxton takes it off the glass.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Diabate.
All you got to do is get open, and Ball's handling the rock. He's going to find you. LaMelo's got incredible passing ability.
And so Jordy Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Kobe White, he's checked in for Charlotte. And while we have a moment, let's find out which point guards have had the best month from the charity strike. You look at Sarath, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic. And, of course, LaMelo Ball.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the D from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
Yeah, because of their shooting ability, they get a little more space than the average point guard. Maybe they'll miss a shot from the floor, but if you send them to the line, those points are almost guaranteed.
The game now all-time. Traoré's got 5.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Knipple. Back to White for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. To the middle. Traoré. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Almost got there in time, but waited just a little too long.
The Hornets have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Bridges outside. Pass to White. Powell against Ball. Out to Bridges. Here's White. Hits it from three-point range. And the Hornets lead by 1.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Here's Traoré. He's got 7. Pass to Clowney. Back to Powell. Here's Traoré. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 15. Knipple with the rebound. The Hornets have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Right side, Ball. Now, Knipple. Bridges sets the screen for Knipple. And another three for Charlotte.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Nets trail by 4. Powell outside. Pass to Torrey. Back to Powell. Here's Clowney. Still scoreless. For the three. Knipple with the rebound.
He's off his game right now, trying to find a groove.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Time to make some noise.
Charlotte making a switch. Now a look at the stats for Miles Bridges.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Pass the ball. Here's Diabate. Now Ball. 5 on the clock. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Goes back up, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Nets trail by 6. Now Claxton. To the paint. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And it's the Hornets with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Ball no good. Pass to Wolf. Stolen by Knipple. Here's White. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Here's Wolf. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Torrey. There's the triple. Here's Claxton. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Mann comes in for Powell. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. McNeely comes in for Knipple. So, GA Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hogs, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Torrey, and the layup falls. Torrey's got 9 points.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Ball kicks to White. Back to Ball. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Over the course of the game, he's been very active, doing some great stuff.
Pass to Mann. Here's Clowney. No good on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's White. Off target with his 3. Nets trail by 6. Down low. There's Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Hornets shooting it officially from the get-go. They're at 52% from the field. And White kicks the ball. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
That's good from Ball. Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
And so he hits both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Smith dishes to Williams. Back to Smith. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Now here's Ball. Offline with his three. And we reached the end of the first quarter. It's Charlotte up 6. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Smith is out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Williams. And it's Minot in at the 5 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Perfect communication and timing on that alley-oop. Bridges saw the opening and then bounced right to the rim.
Pass to Minot. Here's Mann. Three-pointer. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Hornets leading by 6. Outside, White. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Inside, and he dunks it down.
And just running the offense. White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And here's Smith. Pass to Mann. Back to Smith. Outside Williams. They set the screen. And it's off from three-point range. The Hornets shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Bridges misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Bridges double team. Outside, James. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but As far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
First one falls for him. And the Hornets playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on, and last season, their worst record in over a decade. They're hoping these new additions can help.
And the Hornets making a change here. Miller's checked in, and both free throws good for James. Nets trail by 10. Powell outside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's the pick. Williams from outside, and it's White with the rebound. Williams has gone 1 of 3 on the night. In the corner, it's James. Charlotte again missing. Brooklyn's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Powell, the pass to Wolf. Pass to Torrey. It's stolen by White. Now Bridges. Outside White. Bridges sets the screen for White. There's Miller with the 3. Out to White. Shoots the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. White's got the lead up to 13 now for Charlotte.
A volume three-point shooter. You have to expect White to connect on those looks from the outside.
Pass to Torrey. Will it go? Powell, the pass to Wilson. Beyond the arc. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 8 points.
He was free to fire at his leisure there, not much resistance.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Bridges inside. He's against Wilson. And there's the foul. It's on Nolan Torrey. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hornets making a change here. Ball's checked in. So it's the Hornets now. Only allowed 5 points in the quarter. 6 to shoot. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Ball showing a lot of effervescence on the offensive end, and it's probably infectious for the rest of his squad.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Fans, get out of your seat. Come on, start making some noise for your Brooklyn Nets. Team hype.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Bonnie's checked in. This gives us the chance to view the best three-point shooting teams this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. In third, the Hornets.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Here's Torrey. 9 points in the game so far. Six on the shot clock. Takes the 13-footer. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Ball's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Shoots over Powell. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
You know, possessing outstanding height at his position, Ball excels at using that size and his body control to convert through contact.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Free throw off from Ball.
You know, you come up with a list of all of the creative players in the league, and, you know, you've got to have LaMelo Ball on that list somewhere near the top. You know, he gives you head-turning passes at least a couple of times a game.
Here's Wolf. to the paint. Here's Carney, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Miller, the pass to Ball. Lays it up off the glass. Ball's got 18 points in the game.
Really important for Ball to maintain his poise around the basket. That's what allows him to take a bump like that and still convert.
Pass to Williams. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
You know, that's not how you screen for your guys, but ultimately they still found a way to come away with the hoop.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
And that one falls for Williams. Hornets leading by 11. Miller kicks the Ball. Back to Miller. A three ball. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his third assist on the night. Clark, the future of the league is bright with the likes of Brandon Miller roaming the floor.
Yeah, I like him a lot. In 2024, he was third in Rookie of the Year voting. Chet and Wemby were the two guys ahead of him, and we know how good both of those guys are. I think he's in a great position to continue to grow and potentially be an all-star.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey guys, the Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Guys, back to you.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, we thank you very much. Nets passing it around. Nobody near Williams. Bridges with the board. Hornets leading by 14. Pass the Ball. Lets the three fly. And again, it's Charlotte with a three.
He's lifting up this team with his offensive output. What a big-time quarter for him.
Here's Wolf. Williams looking over the floor. Puts up a three. Another miss by Williams. Charlotte's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Bridges shot. Good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Here's Wolf. Out to Powell. Looking to end the run. Miller grabs the miss. And so Miller will bring it up for Charlotte. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. They host the Kings after this game, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand.
That's one of the few mistakes they've made this half. Turnovers haven't been an issue for them yet.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Zaire Williams. Williams, he's checked in for the Hornets. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. Powell outside. Pass to Traore. Over Ball. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Here's Charlotte. They're on a 16-7 run. Claxton covering. Lets it go from 11. That one good for 2. 6 points for him.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
And the Nets miss again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
He was all alone on that one. Ball's got 26.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Here's Traoré. He's got 9. Hornets with the rebound. Ball's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Miller, the pass to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Here's Clowney. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Pass to Traoré to end the cold streak. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Traoré. 1:36 left here in the second. In the corner, Powell with it. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Powell's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Brooklyn. And the Hornets call time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Charlotte making some changes. Diabate's checked in. And it's Miles Bridges in for Williams. Over to the left wing. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Ball no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Powell against Miller. Here's Wolf. Connects, the jumper drops. Wolf got 5.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Miller outside. Pass to Diabate. Here's Knipple. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Wolf. He has 5. Powell, that's good.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Charlotte in total control. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Ball. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
And guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
That's good from Ball.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Powell feeling it out a bit. Paxton a screen on Miller. It's blocked. And So it's Charlotte in complete command. Their lead at 28. Scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
These are proven games, but you can talk all you want, but can you back it up?
They've said outwardly they feel they deserve more respect. Here's a chance to earn it.
You can talk all you want, but can you back it up?
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Nets.
What they're doing tonight doesn't even count as defense. Open shots all over the place. Have a little pride, fellas.
Yeah, their lack of engagement at that end is pretty glaring.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
And the Nets with possession here. They can look forward to San Francisco after this game and a matchup against Golden State. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. Checking out the group for Charles Lee to start the second half. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Bridges out there with Knipple. And it's Diabate in at the center, filling out the middle. And so here's Charlotte following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Back to Ball. Takes the three. Wolf grabs the miss. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. Pass to Claxton. Claxton with the steal. It's Powell on the wing, covered by Miller. Here's Wolf. Powell for three. That won't go. He's failed to score in 6 of his 11 tries from the field. To the middle. Here's Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
And talking to Con Knipple, Greg, he has a burning passion to be great. You can just tell him.
Yeah, he gets up before everyone else and goes to work. Some people have called him an old soul, just very mature and disciplined. Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Powell outside. Pass to Clowney. Here's Claxton. Clock at 6. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Another miss, not how he wanted to start the second half.
Here's Diabate. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Ball surveying the defense. Banked in off the glass. Ball's got 31 points.
They've come out hot this second half, hitting 3 of their first 4 shots.
Powell outside. Pass to Traore. They get it again.
Just 1 bucket and 5 attempts so far this half. They are looking for a spark offensively.
Knipple wide open and he fires. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists now tonight. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Traore. No good again that time.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Pass to Wolf. Here's Traore. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Out to the right wing. Back to Powell. Here's Traore. 9 points in the game so far. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Bridges finds Miller. And here is Ball. They set the pick to the inside. Here's Diabate.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Pass to Wolf. Now here's Powell. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Clowney. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Diabate. On the wing, Bridges. Outside, Ball. Pass to Bridges. Another shot. Rebounded by the Nets. To halt the run. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Those are the looks they want to continue to generate.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Hornets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Here's Diabate. He has 6. Ball with the bucket.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Claxton. Pass to Traore. Clock at 4 to the paint. Powell with the bounce pass. Wolf. No good with the triple. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Diabate. Claxton covering. Pass the Ball. Now Knipple. Shoots over Traore. Wolf grabs the miss. Wolf got his 6th rebound on the night. And he lays it straight in. Wolf got 5 points now this quarter.
You'd certainly like to see a little better rim protection right there.
Miller outside. For 3, Bridges. Brooklyn with the rebound. Wolf got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Clowney. Jacks up a 3. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got 4 rebounds in this game. Left side, Ball. Picked away. Here's Traore. Pass to Clowney. Here's Wolf. 10 points for him. Powell for 3. The Hornets pull it in. Diabate's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here is Ball. Miller outside. There's the pick. Inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
And you can put Miller on either side of that pick and roll action. He has a terrific IQ.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Clowney. Now Claxton, 5 points in the game. Here's Clowney. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Clowney's got 8 points.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
And the Nets with possession here. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Here's Ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Miller finds Bridges. Ball stolen. Pass to Clowney. Powell outside. Here's Clowney. 5 to shoot. Here's Sorey. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Claxton. He has 5. And it's blocked. Outside, Ball. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, I really like that aggressiveness from Ball, taking it right into the defense.
The Hornets shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Nets shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Pass to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Williams has got 10 points in the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Ball from long range. It's hauled in by Claxton. The Nets shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Wilson the pass to Smith. 1:46 left in the third. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Outside Wilson. Fires for 3. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now here's White. He's got 8. Fades. That shot is off. To the middle. Here's Wilson. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
There's Ball with the 3. Diabate. Great positioning on the putback.
And after a difficult start to the game, he's flipped the script here.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to Claxton. Down low. Stolen by Ball. And a fast break now for the Hornets. All going up court.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Man passes to Williams. Off target from three-point range. Well, the Hornets shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Ball with it. 37 points for him. Puts up a deep three. He can't get that one to fall. LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Terrence Mann is out there with Traoré. Then it's Williams. And it's Minot in at the 5. So that's the Nets 5. White, wide open. He fires from outside off the mark. The Nets shooting around 40% from the floor here. Traoré got it. Good job in the low post. Traoré's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Nets. White looking around. Clark, one suggestion I've heard for All-Star Weekend, a one-on-one competition.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Anything that would perhaps enhance the competitiveness of All-Star Weekend, I think would be helpful.
Trains the three-pointer.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Man with it, working on James. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Here's Wilson, and he banks in the lane.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Pass to McNeely. Here's Salon. Outside, White. Teardrop shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Nolan Traoré.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for White. An efficient score. Kobe White effective with or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
Tillman, he's checked in for the Hornets. Clark, you're so familiar with the college game. What's the biggest adjustment for guys coming into the pros?
I think the strength of the NBA players, Kevin, and the pace of play, and then also the number of games. I mean, that's just a lot more than what you see in college, and how you go about preparing for that type of schedule, that type of physical talent, that type of physical wear and tear is something that no college player is usually ready to handle until he goes through it.
Now here's White. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
And love the commitment from White. Took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Man with it, working on James. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's McNeely. Pass to White. The 3. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Here's Minot. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. White dishes to James. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Outside, White. Lets it go with the three. Rebounded by the Nets. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Now here's James. Outside, White. This one for three. And with the rebound. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And you know everyone's aware, Clark, of the team rivalries in the NBA. But there are, I think, still plenty of personal ones, too.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, you've got highly competitive, accomplished guys making up the rosters on NBA teams. And if a player wins the individual matchup in one game, you can be sure that opponent in the next game is going to look to make things a little different.
Well, Clark, with the game becoming more global, some are saying the NBA should adopt some FIBA rules to more closely align the leagues. Any changes you'd welcome?
Well, you know, Kevin, with all the shooting that teams possess now, maybe the league can get away from the defensive 3-second rule. I mean, there's so much switching and interchanging of players. The offenses are usually so well spread out. I think you should just maybe abandon that particular rule. Throw those big guys a bone and let them park inside at their own peril.
So both teams making some changes here. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Hornets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Outside, White. He takes it in. And the Hornets miss again. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Now Claxton, and stolen by White. Here's Williams, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Nick Claxton.
Known for his hard-nosed defense, Williams loves to get involved on offense, too.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. You know, Clark, in terms of guarding multiple positions, few do it better than Grant Williams.
Yeah, Grant is really special defensively. I mean, he doesn't have the greatest size, and he's not a tremendous athlete, but what he has is savvy and a willingness to use his body to make it hard for the opponent. He guards 1 through 5 effectively, and he's got the strength to guard guys much bigger than him.
And for the NBA, anytime there's a blip in the ratings, Clark, you've got those who will begin to criticize the state of the game. Do you find any credence there?
I think in many cases it's a bit of an overreach, an attempt to try to define something simply that's more complex, to have a simple answer for a complex situation. I do think the league is very much on the right track in continuing to listen to criticisms and then evaluate them on their merit.
And so here's Charlotte following the bucket by the Nets. James kicks to White. Wide open. And the Hornets miss again.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And stolen by James. To the left side wing. McNeely, good. McNeely's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Here's Traoré, shoots over White. Another one falls for Brooklyn. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. There's the three. Rebound, Brooklyn. Looney's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Wolf passes to Powell. With floor spacing so in demand league-wide, Clark, there are non-shooting big men on the chopping block, wouldn't you say?
I agree. I mean, for centers, you've got to have the awareness as far as cutting and moving off the ball and then using what they call circle action in the paint to create an angle for the pass and stay out of the way. Those are things that are part of the game now for the big guys.
Now here's James. Here's White. No good on the three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Wolf, and he jams it with authority.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
James with it. Guarded by Powell. James, the pass to White. To the middle. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Defensive foul.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte.
Mind the lane.
Salon's
Mind the
checked
lane.
in, and Josh
shot.
Green subbed in for James.
That's all you. Get in there.
Hey, Clark, we know resistance training is something pretty much every player does. Is that prevalent back in the 80s when you played?
That's 4 decades ago, Kevin, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I mean, it's commonplace, and kids get exposed to the benefits of weight training and strength training for any sport, but particularly basketball, at a much earlier age now. So it's part of who they are once they get to the college level and then on to the NBA. But the core strengthening, the stability work of that area between your knees and your sternum, the middle of your chest, boy, that type of work has made a huge difference and would have made a great difference, I think, in my career had it been as prevalent as it is now.
Hits the three-point bomb.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
And here's White. Pass to McNeely. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
Outside, White. And the Hornets miss again. And for Brooklyn, their shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Pass to Wolf. Here's Powell. Claxton sets the screen for Powell. The three-pointer, no good. The Hornets shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Outside, White. Pass to Salon to the right side. Here's McNeely. Here's White. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. To the paint. Here's Traoré for the three. Powell. That's good. Powell's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Brooklyn.
He got the room he needed and knocked it down. That's a quality shot.
There's a good screen. Pass to McNeely. Here's Salon. Outside, White. And White with the stuff.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
Now Claxton. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Charlotte.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
No matter what happens next time they meet, I think this was the biggest game they'll play against each other this season. Getting that 2-1 advantage means so much.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LaMelo Ball.
What's left to say about his performance? I mean, the fans definitely got their money's worth.
And Claxton throws it down.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Inside, makes it off the glass.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Now here's White. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Allie LaForce, to my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg.